JDiver GH22 here again, Josh Taylor, and today I'm going to be doing my response video for my question and answer session video that I did. So I was pretty happy with it. I got more questions than I thought I would, so that's pretty cool. I'm just going to read them off a sheet here and go from there. So here we go, guys. First one's from I am Christopher Life Fan 11, Joey, and he's like, what is your absolute best accomplishment in DDR? And I would have to say that would be either getting a B on Max 300 on Heavy recently, or just getting my first PFC a month or two ago. And then he says, are you going to try Dance Central? And yes, I am, because I finally got around to getting Connect and Dance Central 1 and 2. I would like to get Dance Central 3 soon, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm probably just going to wait until it gets really cheap on Amazon. It's $40 right now, so I'm going to wait till it's 15 or 20. I love it. It's a very fun game, great exercise, and I plan on playing it for a while, so quite a long time. Who are your biggest DDR idols, if you have any? Well, I'd have to say Mega Man Kevbo or ADM Styles, Adam. And the reason why I think ADM Styles is cool is just because he's not very far away from where I live. I live in Lansing, Michigan. He lives like in Farmington Hills or Waterford or something, which is near the Detroit area. So he seems pretty chill and he's a good player. And Mega Man Kevbo, I don't know, I love his videos and all the crazy DDR and in the groove stuff he's done. So he's a really cool player, I thought. And what do I like to do for fun? Well, I like to play my Xbox 360, watch movies, read, swim, go for walks, hang out with my friends, party, I don't know. Just keeping busy, basically. And last one is, do you think I'm sexy? Yes, of course you're sexy, Joey. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I think you've lost some weight recently from Dance Central, which is great. So I wouldn't say you're not sexy, I guess. Next one is from Erwin0. I've read that you wished you had a DDR machine, but in terms of having more songs, do you think getting an ITG2 machine would be better? You can still have the songs from all the DDR mixes by loading them on there, but you can have pretty much whatever you want, like Stepmania. I have to agree. That's one really nice thing about In the Groove, just the fact that you can play all the songs. Of course, I could just buy an old DDR machine and put Open In the Groove on it, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Someday I'm going to have one, but I'm obviously really poor right now because I'm still in school. But the only thing is that I've heard some people have syncing issues with some of the DDR songs. Like Weather Vixen 09 tried to play The Legend of Max, I think it was, on a Dedicab, and the steps were all off. So I'm not really sure how to solve that, because I've seen other DDR or In the Groove videos using using an In the Groove machine but actually playing a DDR song, and they seemed fine. But so I've heard mixed reviews. I guess it's just a technical aspect I have to look into. Gabe DDR Connoisseur says, how would you feel if Alice from the Bakugan anime were to be an actual DDR character? Well, I think it'd be cool. I'm not really a Bakugan fan, but in general, I do like anime. And it'd be neat to see characters from several animes thrown into DDR. Now, my favorite anime is Death Note, so I think it would be really sweet if you could play as Ryuk or Light Yagami. Not a big L fan, but whatever. He also asked, why don't you get a Wii U? That system has a better version of Black Ops 2. Well, I would like to get a Wii U at some point, but I don't buy many game systems anymore. Just because I'm really usually broke, since I'm a college student and paying bills and living on my own, etc. But I did have Black Ops 2 on my Xbox 360. And it's a good game, but to be honest, I've been playing COD since late World of War days, so I'm kind of CODed out. It's a fun game, but it gets repetitive to me, and I used to play a ton. Like, I would play Modern Warfare 2 all night long when I was a freshman in college. I loved that game. It was really fun, and Black Ops was great as well. But I don't know. I don't play them as much also. I think it's just because I don't really take the time to play much online anymore. So, especially because I don't have internet at home now and I don't have Xbox Live. But, I don't know, someday I would like to get a Wii U. If you plan to go back to Stepmania, will you play my sim files? I might do it, yeah. Not sure if I'll ever go back to Stepmania though, as far as the pad goes, because it's too laggy. But I may try some of the files on keyboard. Not sure. And then he asks, have you heard of the dance play settings from the DDR console games before I mentioned them? I had heard you mention them, but you know, I don't really use them that much. That's cool they helped you out, but I just kind of leave my settings at default, to be honest, because that way no one bitches about me changing the settings or making it easier for myself, because it's already hard enough with people thinking your scores aren't legit and everything, that I just don't really want to add extra fuel to that fire. When will you do more Fifth Mix videos? I may in the future, but I just haven't been to that arcade that has the Fifth Mix in quite a while. So, I mean, maybe I'll go over there and do it sometime. I'm not sure. But I have no idea when the next time that will be. However, you'll be sure to find out. Mr. Kyle 2002, one of my buddies, says, what are your favorite 3 songs on DDR? I'd have to say, starting from most favorite to least favorite, out of 3, The Legend of Max is all-time favorite. Love it, high pitch, or fast-paced, good beat. Then would probably be Max 300, and maybe True Love, because True Love was one of the ones I really got into when I first started playing. He says, do you play an online game? Or some online games? Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. However, I don't play that much anymore, but I have my time in. Like, on Modern Warfare 2, I think I'm only like 6th or 7th prestige or something, but I have like 18 days into that one file. So I love playing online, but I also used to play WoW, World of Warcraft, and RuneScape, but I can't really play WoW right now because I don't have a computer that can run it, and I don't have internet, and I don't have $15 a month. So RuneScape, same deal. What kind of music do I like? I love all kinds of music, actually. Most people don't get it, or they think I'm weird because I like basically anything. So we're talking country, classical, metal, pop, dance, trance, dubstep, classic rock, reggae, hardcore, screamo, radio hits, etc. I mean, I just like everything, and if I listen to one type for too long, I get really bored. I didn't actually used to like all types of music. I only stayed to a couple, and it really just overall got boring. So I really like expanding my variety in terms of music. I am a big music guy. I listen to music every day. I mean, there's always something new that I'm wanting to get in terms of music, so basically everything. How did I meet DDR, and what was your first song played? Well, I first played DDR at a friend's house when I was probably 14 or 15 in high school. I'm 22 now, so about 7 years ago was the first time I played. However, I didn't ever take it seriously, and I just kind of played it on and off from then on, like once or twice a year maybe, if that. So I don't really count that. But then, you know, let's see. I got my first pad bundle, which was the PS2 Supernova, and then I got my Cobalt Flux because when I moved up to heavy on Supernova, it just messed everything up. And I'm lucky I got mine because I got it, and then like 7 months later, Cobalt Flux kind of shut down. So the first song, I don't really remember the first song I played, but the first one that really stuck in my mind that I do remember is True Love. Basically became hooked after the first time. Okay, HNQ702, sorry if I slaughtered it, asks, why were you recording out there? The wind was like blowing your voice away at the end, lol. And so the answer to that is I work in an office for the state of Michigan, so there's always a ton of people walking around during their lunch hour or whatever, because a lot of people try to get their walks in. And it was cold outside, so a lot of them walk inside, and I basically had to film it outside because I had no other options. So, plus it was one of the nicer days for that time, and I couldn't film it in my car because I didn't drive that day. My boyfriend dropped me off, so I had to improvise. But yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have done it because I don't really enjoy when my balls freeze off. Okay. We burp, I think that's what it is that asks, septum size, where are your glasses? Do you wear contacts? My septum, right now I only have a 14 gauge in it, but the biggest I've stretched it to is 6 gauge, or 4.1 millimeters. And I took it out temporarily because I'm just kind of letting it chill for now and kind of heal up, because it's usually easier for your septum if you go up a size, take it back out, and then go back up again later. It makes it easier and more comfortable, especially with denting, because I started denting pretty badly at 6 gauge. So I'm working my way back up, but my goal size is actually probably a 4 gauge or 2 gauge, I'm thinking. And also, as you can see, I'm wearing my glasses again, but yes, I do wear contacts. So if I'm too lazy or if my eyes hurt, I just wear glasses, especially because I look at a computer screen for 8 hours a day. It can wear on your eyes, so it makes my contacts dry, so every now and then I take a break from them. The Pink 1019 asks, how long have you lived in Michigan? I've lived here all my life. And so I have also lived here all my life. I'm 22 now and born and raised in Michigan. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a lot of cool stuff here, and I love the Great Lakes because I go pier jumping every year. I love seeing the lakes and stuff because it's like the closest thing we have to California. So I think of it as my little California. I actually grew up on the west side of the state, though. I grew up in a small hick town called Ionia, and it's actually between Grand Rapids and Lansing, which are two of the better known cities in Michigan. So I kind of grew up in between, so it was kind of handy. But now I live in Lansing, East Lansing to be specific. Angel Star 291 asks, what's your favorite book and movie in the Harry Potter series? Okay, my favorite book is The Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but it's also my favorite Harry Potter movie. When I first read it, it just had me hooked. I couldn't put it down. And that was when I was 8 or 9, I actually read that. So quite a while ago now. I'm kind of a Harry Potter veteran now, I'd like to say. And it's got such a gripping plot that I love it. I don't know. It's also kind of got that mysterious feel to it, I guess. What year are you in college? What college do you go to, and what are you studying? I am in my 4th year now. I will be done with my 4th year in 10 weeks. And I go to a place called Baker College in Michigan. Baker College of Owasso, specifically. Baker College is a private college, and they have, I think, 8 or 10 campuses across Michigan. I happen to go to the Owasso one. And I'm studying information technology and security for my bachelor's degree with a minor in Microsoft Help Desk. So, pretty good setup there. Are you a gamer? What is your favorite video game genre? Oh yes, I'm a big gamer. Ever since I could hold a controller or had my first system. So, first games I remember playing were Super Mario World on the SNES and Mortal Kombat with my cousins on Sega Genesis. So my favorite genre would have to be either rhythm games or survival horror, because obviously I love Rock Band, Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution, Dance Central, etc. And all those kind of involve keeping a rhythm. I just love music, so that's kind of a given. And survival horror I also love. My favorite game in that genre is probably Resident Evil 4. The older ones, in my opinion, before 5 are pretty good, but then they kind of really went down the hill after 5. And I don't really think Capcom puts efforts into their games anymore. Do you like candy? Candy's very good, yeah. Favorite candy is Sour Patch Kids or maybe Laffy Taffy. What is your DDR history? I first stepped on the dance pad when I was probably 14 or so, but I didn't start playing seriously until just over 2 years ago. This last January of 2013, I've been playing GDR for 2 years officially. So getting some time in there. Kevy1885 asks, when did you start getting piercings? Well, this is a good one. I wanted to get my left ear pierced when I was 6 or 7, really badly. I don't know why, but I just thought they were the coolest thing, and that was in the early 90s, or, well, mid-90s, and that was when guys were really starting to get their left ear pierced. So, I mean, parents were having their little boys go get it done. I was like, Mom, Dad, can I get that, please? And they wouldn't let me, so. But when I was 8 or 9, I actually pierced my own ear with one of those standard posts. I just poked it through, which is probably the stupidest thing you can do in terms of piercing. So I didn't actually officially get them pierced until I was 18. So I was legally able to do it on my own without my parents' permission. Then I did that and then started stretching them after 18. Only kept that for a few months, took them out, and now obviously I'm stretching again for the 4th or 5th time. So yeah, I mean, I have 10 piercings right now. I have this one stretched to 7/16, and then my right industrial 14 gauge. This lobe is downsizing. Can't see the reflection. There we go. And then this one's a 14 now, but it's going to be stretched to 4 gauge. I don't have my cartilage outer conch piercing in now, but I'll put it back in sometime. And then I have my left doth 16 gauge, and then my septum, of course, which is currently 14, but I'm going back up to 6 gauge, and then probably 4 gauge or 2 gauge, like I said earlier, is my goal size. I also have 2 12 gauge horizontal nipple piercings, and I want to get my tongue pierced again because I took it out, and I also took out my right conch right here, and I need to redo that soon. So Iris L asked, do you think you might visit Wizarding World of Harry Potter again when the Harry Potter expansion is done? So my answer, Iris, this is one of my friends that I met down south when I went to the Orlando to Wizarding World of Harry Potter a few years ago. And I remember when I met you, Iris, it was so cool to see somebody else who liked Harry as much as I did. But I'm definitely going back once they finish it, so I'll have to start saving up, I guess, but for sure, there's a lot of cool stuff they're adding to it. Now, Iris also said, I remember when I met you, you said that reading the Harry Potter books helped you during a hard time. Can you share more about that? Well, Harry Potter, I started reading at age 8 or 9. I don't remember which. I'm guessing 8 because we moved when I was 9, I think. And I had just started reading them a couple years before that. So probably 8. And Harry has just always been a great escape for me. Like, I lived in the country growing up here in Michigan, and there were no people my age around, so I had nothing to do. You know, I've always kind of been down on myself. I have depression issues at times. Harry just was a great distraction. I was bullied a lot at school, basically from when I started at preschool from age 4. So, I mean, it's not like I wasn't guilty of it either. I bullied people too, but I had it pretty rough in terms of bullying, so it really helped me get through that time. And it was nice because I could just keep looking forward to the new books and movies coming out, and it was just something I really held on to, and it just got me through a rough time, and I could escape through that. And that's why I also got my Harry Potter tattoo, to always remind myself of it. So, you know, that's basically why that is. A lot of people think Harry Potter's just a dumb fantasy fiction, you know, whatever. They just watch the movies and that's the end of it. Well, to me, it was just different because it's kind of helped me in a lot of ways in terms of getting rid of negative thoughts that could lead to bad things and everything of the sort. So it's just really helped me get through my rough times in life, and it's always given me something to look forward to. So I've gotten better with my issues by now, but I mean, if I'm having a bad day, Harry Potter still cheers me up. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you all asking me questions and stuff. If you have any suggestions for types of videos you'd like me to make or things you'd like me to talk about, just let me know. Also, please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and Facebook. Make sure to give me a like, favorite, share, subscribe, comment. Sorry it took a little longer, guys. My birthday was last Friday, so just now getting to the response a week later. So thank you guys again for watching. Happy Friday. Peace out.